Good morning, Hawks. Today's Monday, November 3rd, 2025. My name's Abigail.
And my name is Andy.
Hawks, today is our first day of the fourth week back.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and the Texas Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence.
Thank you. You may now be seated. Let's look at our daily attendance. Our total attendance for yesterday was 6th grade, 97.38%. 7th grade, 94.09%. 8th grade, 93.69%. Total attendance for this week is 95.08%. Let's try and reach 96% and be present in school every day.
Now let's look at our weekly attendance. Our total attendance for last week was 6th grade, 96.42%, 7th grade, 95.63%, and 8th grade, 95.23%. Our total attendance for last week was 95.77%. Let's try to reach 96% and be present every day.
The lunch menu for today is pepperoni pizza, chicken patty sandwich, Mexican spiced rice, sunflower butter and jelly sandwich, turkey and cheese sandwich.
For sports and clubs section, we have the following announcements.
Attention all NJHS members. There will be a mandatory NJHS meeting every Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. Please plan to attend.
Good morning, Hawks. A huge shout out to our and thank you to our U.S. Chess Trust for donating 10 tournament style chess sets to our school. We're excited to put them to great use. And a reminder, chess meetings are every Tuesday from 4 to 5 p.m. Stay sharpened your mind and make a next best move.
UIL meeting with Miss Viana in room 202 after school and at lunch.
A shout out to our 6th graders, Dylan Alvarado and Eagerly Ihuzua for scoring 100 on your fourth week assessment in science, and to our 7th grade, Diego
Barraza Garces, Lucia Bastillos, Jesus de Loreo Morales, Giovanni Escobar, Alexander Gomboa, Eris Perez, Jorge Skinner Armenta, Bianca Toril, and Santiago Velez for scoring 100 on their 4-week assessment in science.
Remember, Hawks, Chess Club meets every Tuesday and not Thursday.
Boys soccer update. Our 7th grade team had an exciting game but fell short 3-2 against Ricardo Estrada. Our 8th grade Hawks played hard but fell short as well, 2-1 against Ricardo Estrada.
It's important to always stay in dress code on a daily basis. You must wear a solid black, gray, or white polo shirt and approved pants or shorts. Only natural colored hair is allowed.
On Thursdays, you are allowed to wear college or military shirts, and don't forget to show your Hawk spirit on Fridays. Remember, no pullover hoodies or torn jeans are allowed on campus. We always want to dress for success.
Let's go to Studio 2 with Mr. Sorcero. Wait. Miss Reese.
Good morning, Hawks. I hope you all had a wonderful long weekend and enjoyed your trick-or-treating. That reminds me, I did have a certain joker that came by and visited me. If you would please come to my office this morning. Core teachers, we do want to remind you that it is that time again to update your data trackers with the 4-week checkpoint data and have your students update their individual trackers. Teachers, also just a reminder that we do have our November faculty meeting today at 4 p.m. in the library. Students, this week, basketball will be playing against Fort Hancock on Wednesday. Girls will be here and boys will be away. Our soccer teams will be playing against Clint Junior High School here on Saturday. Students, we do want to remind you to please come out, teachers as well, staff, come out and support our Hawks. But we do want to remind you that we are there to support in a positive way. We cheer and say great things about our Hawks that are going on, and we always keep all of our cheering very positive. Our goal for our attendance challenge is 96.25% to earn a Hawk dress pass. If the entire campus or grade level reaches that for the week, Monday through Friday, you will earn your Hawk dress pass on Mondays. You can do it, Hawks. Cell phones, earbuds, and smartwatches must be turned off and out of sight. If it is seen, heard, or being used, it will be picked up, and our focus, remember, is on your learning. These devices are huge distractions. Hawks, we do want to remind you that you are required to be wearing your ID as part of your dress code. Security is down to only 15 IDs that still need to be issued out to students who have been absent. We do want to remind everyone should be wearing their IDs every day, all day long. So teachers, please make sure that you are addressing your students who are out of dress code by not having their IDs visible. We do also want to remind you if you lose or damage your ID, you will need to pay $5 to replace it. The ID we gave you is the only ID we are giving you free. So if you lose it, damage it, need to replace it, you do have to pay that $5. Our campus vision is building resilient achievers as our leaders, and we can reach our vision by following our PBIS Hawk core values of be responsible, be respectful, be safe, and be present. Students, as the weather is starting to cool off, we do start getting little sniffles and not feeling so well, but it is important that you are present in school every day. So you need to be here to learn and grow. I also want to remind you that being present means actively participating as well. That's in your classes, that's answering questions, discussing with your partners, being part of the group, and supporting and sharing your ideas. Never forget that you are loved here at Horizon Middle School. We are happy that you are here each and every day. And if someone hasn't told you they love you today, Hawks, I am telling you I love you, and I hope you have a great day. The decisions you make today affect you tomorrow, so always make those great decisions. Be proud to be a Hawk because we are proud of you. Have a great day, Hawks. Now let's go back to Studio One with our anchors.
Thank you, Ms. Reese.
Next, we have our counselors with our SEL lessons.
Good morning, Hawks. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. Welcome back. I know you had an eventful 3-day weekend, but it's now time to focus. So we're going to kick back a little bit to Red Ribbon Week. I know that was last week, but we want you to get some important information that was missed because we weren't able to do the presentation on live. So we're going to talk about being tobacco free. So before we get started with that, again, I'm Ms. Gomez, one of your school counselors, and Ms. Gutierrez will come up in a little bit. We both work with all of your students, but our focus for me is last names that start M through Z, and Ms. Gutierrez works with last names that start A through L. Again, our vision is that through the counseling program, we provide a safe space for all students, focusing on heart first and helping you learn to navigate post-secondary demands. That means after you graduate high school. And then our mission is that the counseling team, together with the faculty and staff, provide an all-inclusive program that helps you strive in your educational goals. So what are our goals, both of us? Well, we are weekly SEL lessons, helping you make better decisions. We advocate and help you, and we support you. And we also help you with your grades, if you're failing, and things like that. So our week at a glance, of course, our weekly SEL lessons. We'll continue with goal setting this week as well. We meet with students, we have a lunch bunch, we attend weekly meetings, and sometimes we go to counselor trainings. We assist and support students. That's our biggest part of our day, and then we prep for future lessons. So let's get started. What's in a cigarette? So this is something that you need to know. These are just some of the things that are in there. But a cigarette or an e-cigarette, that means your electronic vapes, contain over 2,000, let me repeat it again, over 2,000 chemicals. So they have nicotine, which increases your blood pressure and heart rate. Carbon monoxide causes dizziness and headache. Mercury corrodes the skin and mucus and membranes. And arsenic damages the nervous system and causes cancer. And again, these are just some of the things in there that are very harmful to you. So what are the effects of tobacco? So some of them are you have trouble breathing, or you can get over 13 different types of cancer from smoking and using tobacco products. Coughing and bad breath, stained teeth and fingers. Sometimes you lose your teeth, and you wrinkle early. And for us ladies, we don't want that. And it has a big cost. It takes a lot of your budget. It takes about $7 per pack. 7 days a week, it's about $49 a week. 49 times 4 a month, it's $196, almost $200 a month, and per year almost $2,400 a month. In 10 years, it's about $23,000 plus. Again, it takes away from your basic needs, money for clothing, shoes, fun things like concert tickets, maybe a new phone, a gaming system. So what could you buy instead of spending money on tobacco products? And again, this includes vapes. Some of you don't smoke cigarettes, but we've known that some of you do use vapes. They are very, very bad for you. Again, they damage your lungs. Smoke from cigars, cigarrillos, cigarettes, pipes, hookahs damage the cells of the lungs. And further on, for people that vape, it doesn't only damage the lung, it causes popcorn lung. People who smoke are more likely to have trouble breathing. People exposed to secondhand smoke, that means if you smoke around others, also develop lung problems. So look at the difference between a healthy lung and a smoke-damaged lung. That is what is inside your body. You don't see it, but that's the damage you are causing. And again, if you use vapes, you're also causing popcorn lung. I when I was 10 years old, saw a lung like this live and in person. They had autopsies. That means they take the organs from people that have passed on, and they showed the example of a healthy lung and one that was not healthy, and I'll never forget that image. I was 10 years old, and to me that probably was one of the biggest deterrents for not smoking. So smokeless and flavorless tobaccos, these are the ways they entice you. They try to get you to think it tastes good, it's sweet, it's like a candy. So it comes in sweet and fruity flavors to mask the taste of nicotine, and available in orbs, sticks, stripes, lozenges, snuff, and small bags or cans. It's designed to be placed in the mouth to dissolve so nicotine is absorbed into the bloodstream. Snuff is inhaled through the nose or placed in the mouth. Smokeless tobacco is not safe. It's not a safe alternative to cigarettes, and you can see the effects of using smokeless tobacco. This is what happens to your teeth and your jaw. It rots. So again, it comes in many fruity flavors, like, and appeals to kids in different forms. Already went through that. But it also contains nicotine, which is highly addictive. It causes gum disease, it yellows your teeth, and it can cause mouth, throat, and pancreatic cancer. We do not want to end up like that using products that are bad for us. And again, cigars and cigarrillos, again, they come in flavors. And tobacco companies make them flavored because they want to attract kids. If they can get, and this is the age that they target, not high schoolers, middle schoolers, kids that are 12, 13 years old, this is where they get you hooked. And once you're hooked, it's very hard. You might become a lifelong supporter of their products. So remember that. They're not looking for your benefit. They're trying to get you to buy their products. And again, tobacco companies want to recruit kids to smoke so they can keep selling their products. Because people my age, and I'm in my 50s, I've never smoked. It's not likely, very, very unlikely, that an adult will start smoking out of the blue. But middle schoolers, that's who they target. Once you start smoking, that's who they're going to keep targeting because you're going to keep buying their products. All right. So I'm going to pass it on now to Ms. Gutierrez so she can finish up the lesson, and then she'll have some other announcements for you all. Right here.
Good morning, Hawks, and welcome to Monday. As Ms. Gomez was mentioning, these flavored cigars and cigarettes, these cigarrillos, are just packaged in a pretty package. But don't be fooled. These are things that are extremely harmful to you. And if you don't think lung cancer is possible, it is. My grandparents smoked, and my mother did not. But the side effects of that is my mother, fast forward, caught cancer. And it was very unfair that she had to go through that. But she was subjected to that secondhand smoke. So you have loved ones around you. Please, please refrain from doing this stuff. It's not fun. So what do they look like? They're very deceiving because of some of these packages, the electronic cigarettes and vaping. Vaping itself are these fumes and these oils because that's what's in there. Go into your lungs. And it's not like a doctor can take a sponge, like a sponge, and squish it out like that and wring out all of those oils. They can't do that. They're starting to find the long-term effects. And if you notice, we got our information from the American Academy of Family Physicians. So this is science. It's not stuff. It's not fluff that we're making up. It is stuff that you need to know to try to stay away from these. But some of these designs, they look super simple, like a pen. It almost look like a USB, but they are dangerous. So manufacturers sell their products by using celebrities to pitch their products. Because if they're going to put the celebrity, you think, oh, Brad Pitt or somebody like that is using this, it must be good. It's not. Sponsoring sports and music festivals, showing attractive people using the product. You never see unattractive people associated with those products. Using cartoons and flavoring that are sweet and appealing, and telling their audience to switch to e-cigs instead of quitting tobacco. When you just need to quit altogether. Switching doesn't make it any better. Using the e-cigs is even more dangerous. So that power of advertising. Tobacco companies spend billions of dollars each year, and they're targeting your age generation. You have to be the smarter ones to learn to say no and to stay away from these things. And November's that perfect month. November. So no to smoking. No to the vaping. No to doing what everybody else is doing, because they're doing it doesn't make it right. Okay, so tobacco ads are designed to attract a wide variety of people to motivate them to buy and use the products. People who use tobacco are shown as young, attractive, and cool. But the ads never show you the brown teeth, the wrinkles, the stains, the phlegm. They don't show you missing half of your jaw. You need to be aware that this is real. These are what some of the ads look like. So they're enticing just to draw you in. And then there are some that are cartoons. and secondhand smoke. And as I said before, it's super dangerous. It's almost more dangerous than the person who's inhaling that nicotine. So secondhand smoke is a combination of the smoke coming from the burning end of a lit cigarette, cigar, cigarrillo, or pipe, and the smoke that is exhaled by a smoker. The smoke contains cancer-causing agents and chemical compounds. There's no safe level of secondhand smoke. Is your community 100% free? Used to be back in the day, you can talk to some of your teachers might remember this. I know that I do because I'm older. We would go into a restaurant. Anywhere you went, people smoked wherever. So you could be sitting eating your meal and somebody was smoking right next to you. It was very uncomfortable for someone who's not smoking. So laws have changed, but they haven't buckled down enough to where we are smoke-free. And why do people use tobacco and e-cigarettes? Well, for one, there's a lot of peer pressure, and they want to try it. They want to look cool. They want to feel older or grown up. You guys, right now at your age, take advantage of the time and enjoy your life as a teenager, because it goes so fast, and adult responsibilities come really quick, and they're not fun sometimes. Relaxation, they do it for that, but nicotine has the opposite effect. So addictions, once you start, it's very difficult to stop. And did you know tobacco use kills 480,000 people in the United States each year? More than 16 million Americans live with smoke-related diseases. So it can be that COPD, just trouble breathing whatsoever. Their lungs are not expanding enough. They're not getting the full extent of the lungs in their bodies. So each day, more than 25,000 kids try their first cigarette. Don't let that be you. Don't fall into the statistic just because your friends say it's cool. It's not. So in reflection, teachers, I know this was a lot, but it's super important that kids understand some of this. So what are some ways that using tobacco products can affect your health? We went over a lot of the things that it can do, the damages that it brings into your life. And so I hope that is something you can stay away from. That's the end of that our presentation, but I do want to mention all 8th graders, listen up. All 8th graders, if you have not turned in your endorsement form, your endorsement sheet with your career options available, please get them to the counseling center as soon as possible. We want to get all the packages together and send them to Horizon High School so the counselors there can start creating your schedules for next year. Please do that as soon as possible. And that's all for today, Hawks. Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. Choose wisely. And now back to our Studio One with our anchors.
Thank you, Ms. Gomez and Ms. Guter. That's concluding our morning announcements.
Teachers, remember to follow the 5-step plan and please check the students for dress code.
That's all for today. Have a great day, Hawks.